Hey, one of the biggest challenges that English learners face is not knowing how to study English, not having a proper routine that will take them from the intermediate level to the advanced level, not knowing how to actually study English consistently and enjoy the process. Have you ever experienced this challenge? Are you experiencing this challenge right now? Well, my friend, I have good news for you because in today's lesson, I am going to give you a morning routine that you can follow and it will help you speak English fluently as you follow the routine. Are you ready? Well, then I'm teacher Tiffany. Let's jump right in. Part number one. The very first thing you need to do is write. A 5-minute writing session. Now let me explain what this writing session is all about. You see, the first part is to write in your journey for 5 minutes. You should write about something you plan to do today. That's right. Today's schedule. This is an important step. Why? Because you are warming up your brain to start operating in English. In other words, you are activating the English side of your brain in a relaxed way. Think about it. When you wake up in the morning, the very first thoughts you have normally are in your mother tongue. Maybe it's Spanish or Portuguese or Zulu or another language. But now we have to switch this to English, and you do this by first starting. Why with a 5-minute writing session? Notice that I said 5 minutes, not 20 minutes, not 30 minutes. No, a short period of time, only 5 minutes. And it must be about your day. What are you planning to do because you already have an idea. Maybe you're going to work or maybe you have to go to school or maybe or maybe you have to take care of your children. It's time to write about that in English. So for step 1, here is how you complete it. All right, this is the main thing. You have to remember first. Get your notebook and pen ready. That's right. Have your notebook and pen ready? And honestly, I'd say to have your notebook and pen right next to your bed. Maybe you have a nice stand right next to your bed. Keep your English journey, and your pen right next to you. So as soon as you wake up, you can go right to that journey, or maybe you have devotions in the morning right after you have your devotion. Get your journey and have your pen ready. The next thing you want to do is to set a 5-minute timer. I use my cell phone as a timer, but you can use your cell phone, your watch, or any other device. But it's important to set a 5-minute timer. Why is this important? Because you are only going to write for this 5-minute period, not longer or not shorter. You have to write as long as the timer is going, and once it stops, you stop. The third thing to remember is 30. Third thing to remember is hit start and don't stop writing. Stop writing until the timer goes off. I just explained that you have to keep writing for that 5 minutes. Period. Now in the very beginning, this is going to be challenging. This is going to feel like a long period of time, but the more you do it, the more consistent you are, the easier it will become. Trust me, 5 minutes writing about your day, what you are going to do for that day. Alright, now I want you to remember something very important. Don't worry about making mistakes. Don't stop and erase. Instead, just keep writing like the moving Finding Nemo. Remember, just keep swimming. Let's switch it. Let's keep writing, just keep writing. Don't stop. Don't worry about mistakes. The main goal is to activate the English side of your brain. That's why we're starting with a writing exercise. It will force the it will force you to act 5, activate that side of your brain. So activating the side of your brain that uses English is very important to start off this morning routine. Alright, 5 minutes. Now let's move to part 2. You've written in your journey for 5 minutes, and now it's time to have an input session. Now I love this, an input session. So let me explain what this is all about. You've done your five all about. You've done for 5 minute writing session. Now we have part two, the 10-minute input session. So what you're gonna do is find a YouTube video or other online video about a topic that you are interested in. Notice I didn't say an English lesson.